Hey guys, it's Pam Plays Games. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. I just paused for a moment to get a good screenshot of Galvin for the thumbnail and came back and was like, saw this bit where Homer Leonis is visibly infuriated by Silvairre. Like, okay, dude, I don't know why you're emoting to the NPCs, but whatever floats your boat. Anyway, I have some water, so hopefully I will not sound as throaty this episode, but yeah, that's probably not going to happen. Anyway, welcome back, adventurer. Your exploits at the Guardian Tree are the stuff of songs. The Bowlord awaits you within. I have awaited your return, Galvin. Allow me to thank you again for helping us to defend the Guardian Tree. Not only did you put the invading Ixal to rout, you confronted the masked mage and his fell minion and emerged the victor. I have good men and women under me, none of whom give me cause for complaint. But you, Galvin, are a class apart. Your strength, your determination, your heart. You have all the makings of a great adventurer. Miona is seldom mistaken in her appraisals, and she is plainly not mistaken now. Gridania is stronger for your presence. The elder Seed Seer will doubtless be pleased to learn that a capable adventurer like you has come to us. Once more I thank you. Owing to your valor, disaster has been averted. Oh.
私はカヌエセンナ。このグリダニアの祭りごとを任されているものです。お見知りおきを。この度の活躍、聞き及んでおります。本日はグリダニアの平和を守っていただいたことへの礼を申し上げに参りました。森の都、グリダニアを代表し感謝いたします。これをお受け取りください。グリダニアへ力を貸してくださっているせめてもの礼です。まもなくグリダニアでは祭りがあります。この大御霊祭りは精霊の怒りを鎮める儀式。祭りを通じて感謝の意を送ることで精霊たちの怒りも心配することはなくなるでしょう。冒険者殿、ぜひ大御霊祭りの主役になってください。
おお、なんと名誉な。
お待ちしておりますね。それからこれからもグリダニアをよろしくお願いいたしますね。あなたにクリスタルの導きがあらんことを。
So I try not to click ahead through some of the dialogue, but sometimes it happens just by accident because I'm trying to learn Japanese. I'm very, very slowly going about it, but sometimes I'm never really sure when a sentence comes to an end, and I try to like leave a little bit of a pause to make sure that they're done, but sometimes I'm just not accurate, but I try. But I'm not going to read the dialogue during those scenes because they are voiced. But I will try to make sure that I let enough time go by that you can read it, and you can pause if you want to take your time with it. I tend to read super fast, which is not always a good thing. I learned how to speed read at some point when I was younger, and I almost wish that I hadn't. But you know, I tend to go through things and not necessarily absorb them when I read them. Anyway. None in Gridania can doubt your worth, Galvin. But to receive such praise from the elder Seed Seer herself. And nor is that the half of it. She chose you to play the role of emissary, for God's sakes. You, an outsider. Do you have any idea what this means? But of course you don't. You are not forest-born, which is rather the point. Mistake me not, I think you worthy, but your selection is all but unprecedented. And I'll wager you have not the faintest inkling what is required of you. There are preparations that the emissary must needs complete ahead of time. I suggest you consult Mion regarding the matter. She is overseeing the arrangements for the event. Now you had best get going. The ceremony cannot commence without the emissary. Oh, and Galvin, don't make a hash of this. So the elder Silvairre, Kan-e-Senna, who we just saw there, is the leader of Gridania, more or less. It's not really an elected position, but she is a white mage, a conjurer like the hearers. And so it's more like, I feel like it's more spiritual sort of leadership, magical leadership, I guess. But she is the one who does make the decisions. She's also a Padjal, P-A-D apostrophe J-A-L, I believe it's how it's spelled. And, or it may not have the apostrophe. And she and her kin, there's another Padjal who is the head of the White Mages, the Conjurers Guild. And then there's two more that you run into that you have a lot of traffic with. Padjals are pretty, they're pretty much, they run the show, which is kind of funny because you can't play them. There's no playable race for them. They're kind of hypocrites a little bit. Well, if it isn't the emissary himself. Had I known you were coming, I would have baked a pie. You truly are full of surprises, Galvin. Next you'll be telling me you're one of the Warriors of Light, back from a half-decade-long holiday. I mean, I could be. But let's speak of preparations. As you doubtless already know, Greenbliss is an age-old ceremony for strengthening the bond between man and elemental. These days, though, the name also refers to the festival at large. In the ceremony, the emissary serves as a conduit, a bridge between the people and the guardians of the Twelveswood. Suffice it to say, it is no small responsibility, nor does the elder Silvairre choose mankind's representative on a whim. Seldom in history have non-forest-born been chosen for the role, which should give you an idea of the magnitude of the honor being accorded you. For your part, you are required to wear a ceremonial artifact, which is presently in the keeping of Timbermaster Baton. Go to the Carpenter's Guild and collect it from the man, then return to me for further instructions. So I'm gonna go get this, but I think I might go do the next part of the archery quest as well, just to get that taken care of. It often amazes me how often, lately, it seems like people are hanging around Gridania an awful lot, which is weird because it's not really a convenient center of operations. But it does seem like when I come in here, there's always people hanging around the Aetheryte. Limsa Lominsa is the worst for it because, like, Limsa, it's so easy to port in, and Hawker's Alley is right there, so you can buy and sell. You can get to your retainers really quickly. I don't know. It's just that seems more likely to me. So you're the emissary to be. Mion sent word that you would be coming to collect this ceremonial artifact. The good news is that it's ready, painstakingly crafted by these very hands and from the rarest of materials. Take it, along with this warning. Get so much as a scratch on the thing, and I shall make an unceremonial artifact out of you. I like Baden. He's a good sort, despite the threats. But yeah, I really don't. Oh, okay, great. You're standing on the thing. Good for you. It's not too bad today, at least. Alright, I need to go to the East Shroud. Or actually, no, I need to go to the North Shroud. And we've been here before. We had to kill Appos and something else. Oh, micro shoes. That were all in this area. Now, this is a place that it's kind of split. Like, there's Bane Mites over there, and they're something like level 20, mid-20s, I want to say. 25, yeah, not bad. Fulgord Float, which is the main, there's an aetheryte, it's over there. You can just see the crest of the roof of the inn there, which is just for show pretty much. I'm not going to run over there because I'm level 17 and I don't want to insta-die. But you can see those pillars over there, and that's also a ruin that is important, although they don't talk about it much. And I can't remember the name for it right now, so I'm not going to stress about it. But it has something to do with the Palace of the Dead, I think. Okay, anyway, we're going to come over here, and this is where the thing starts. It's an instanced thing for us, which is nice. And as you can see, we're still in the same area, but now there are these barriers that are keeping us from going anywhere else, basically, because we just need to stay in this section of the wood. In this case, I really am just going to have to fight my way through it, unfortunately, because all of these frickin' XIV are just everywhere, and you cannot get past some of them. You just have to fight your way through. The ones up there aren't so bad. You can generally slip past them, but these ones over here, you absolutely just got to go through them. You just have to do it to them. So it was kind of funny. I decided yesterday that I was going to play a little bit of actually one of my other characters on this server on Primal Exodus. My white mage, Aura Boy, Aki Fiore, and unfortunately, it had been so long since I last logged on to him, or did anything with him, because I'd logged on, but not. See, there's Mirror Doctor Matter. That I had not switched up the camera angles on him. I had not. I hadn't done a bunch of stuff. There were still spells on his hotbar that had been basically removed from the game, because every now and then they like to go through and clean up the classes, reformat them a little bit, change the way that they work. And I was not, I had not cleaned any of that up or taken it off the hotbar. And I was just like, no, I have to do Dusk Vigil. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I'm just going to, man up, or cowboy up, and make myself do it. And didn't realize until I was in there that I hadn't corrected and then fixed the hotbar and changed the things that I needed to change. It was like, oh, okay, well, this was a bad idea, and I should not have done this, and the party did wipe once because, I was possibly trying a little bit too hard. White Mage is supposed to be, from what I hear, the easiest healer class to play. I struggle with it a lot because, it's, I don't know. I just struggle with it. I have a bad time. Where am I? What am I looking at? I can't tell what I'm looking at. It's mostly, I don't mind it. Oh, I'm over by the hedge tree. My problem with it largely stems from not knowing when to use the appropriate cure spells, because there's several levels of them. It's not just one that gets enhanced as you move on through the game. So there's Cure 1, there's Cure 2, Cure 3, and they have different potencies, and I'm not really clear on when is the best time to use each one. Uh-oh, I'm about to get disconnected again. Hopefully not. That little Pokeball is a bad sign, but hopefully not. I'm just coming over here to get the Chocobo Keep. And if I have to log out, at least it might be... Okay, I'm alright. I'm good. I'm going to hire a Chocobo Porter back to Gridania. And hopefully that'll work. But as you get higher level, with White Mage, it becomes easier because you get the Afflatus. It's like the blood lily or whatever, the lily that grows the more that you use either healing or offensive spells. So, and that gives you an instant heal. You get a size, which I love, which both hurts things around you and heals your party, anyone who's near you. So I love that. You get other instant spells, but you don't really have a lot of instant spells at low level, and even at level 50, I was struggling. Okay, we're gonna have to pause. Hey, I'm back. It's amazing. It only took me 3 days to get to this point. I had quit recording at about 15 minutes into the episode because, not by choice, because I got booted off the game, which was the second time that it happened that day, so I was starting to get upset. This is like 3 days later, by the way. Hi. So I was genuinely surprised to discover that when I logged on just now, I was still in motion on my Chocobo. Apparently what happened was there was a DDoS attack on the North American servers for Final Fantasy XIV, so that's lovely, you know. People are so great. The day before I'd been recording this, there had been attacks on both Spotify and Discord. Discord was down for a few hours. I personally didn't see anything, but I think it was along the lines of, for me, I just didn't see any activity, so I don't know if it was down or if it was just like not acting normal or what, but I don't use Spotify, so that didn't affect me, but I know it affected a lot of other people. And I'm just really old-fashioned because I'm old, and I like to own my music and not have to rely on a streaming service that might, you know, if it up and disappears, that's it. You can't listen to anything. You're done. But anyway, that's just my take on it. It's obviously not how I expect everyone else to behave or you know, work with things. The world has changed. The world of media and how we consume it has definitely changed a lot. Anyway, so I got booted off the game a second time for that day, and I was like, you know what, this is it. It's fine. I'm just going to go do other things for a while, and maybe I'll have a short episode. I don't know. I edited the previous one, so I had that ready for upload, and then I went off to do other things. And I think it was later on that same day they did manage to resolve it, but there was a message saying that it was officially a DDoS attack. So I was like, great, you know, that sucks to be me. And so today is Saturday. I don't remember when I was recording, on Wednesday, I think. And everything's been fine and stable since then. So I finally decided to come back. I've been working on my other characters. I decided to come back and at least try and finish up this episode, which apparently I can just talk for 15 minutes and that'll be enough, but let's do this. Even now, I struggle to credit the sentry's reports. Yet here you are, and Nezul Catlin the Violator is no more. That a God's damned adventurer should be so... Only by the grace of Naimia herself could you have survived. But even though it was pure luck, I will keep my word. Galvin, should you stay or should you go? I care not. Should I stay or should I go? Of course I will stay. You have completed the task and are no longer my responsibility. Go now to Lucienne. She will doubtless wish to lavish you with praise. Oh, you'll get no more from me. Off with you. What's that? So I did manage to complete the Nezul Catlin quest that Silvairre gave me before. It's been 3 days. I don't remember anything. I'm given to understand that you single-handedly drove off an XIV scouting party, and that you did so with precision and guile. I don't know about guile. I mean, I killed every XIV that I had to before I got in there, but whatever. How exactly was that training, Lucienne? Galvin's just an adventurer. Silvairre thrust him into the jaws of the enemy in the hope he wouldn't come back. And when, against all expectation, he did come back, that stubborn Ars still refused to acknowledge his skill. Is that truly your impression? Well, yes. He said it was pure luck. Mere noise. Silvairre sees Galvin's skill. Of that I have no doubt. Did you not mark the way he covered his mouth when he uttered the words? It is a habit of his to do so on those occasions when his tongue and his heart are in disagreement. For all his skill at reading the idiosyncrasies of others, he has yet to recognize his own. Impressive work, Galvin. You've applied yourself to Lee and Silvairre's lessons and demonstrated your command of the core concepts. You are now an archer in your own right. Allow me to teach you something to commemorate this accomplishment. Repelling shot is an advanced technique that enables an archer to evade attacks while continuing to fire upon his opponent. Used wisely, it can grant you a brief respite in the heat of battle. I have faith that with regular practice you will learn how best to employ it to your advantage. Remember your senior's lessons as you strive for true mastery. Actually, I'm probably never going to use it because honestly, I rarely bother with it. Let's go with everything is an up at this point. But yeah, we'll do the tabard in yellow, of course. So I need to move that off my hotbar because that will go up here. I really do hardly ever use it. I used to use it a lot more, and now I'm actually caught up on all my archery quests, and I can go and do this, which was what I was planning to do to finish out the episode last time. Yeah, I'm not thrilled with this tabard, but you know, it doesn't. It's not like everything is mismatching and looks terrible. But yeah, so I don't have to record too much longer. We're doing this ceremony, this Greenbliss thing, at the request of the keeper, Conasena. So I will go back and finally turn in the... I don't have anything else to do except turn in the lockbox. That's a good feeling. For some reason, I thought that when I shorten the names on people's titles, like you see, it just says A. Lesrecta. Lesrecta? I don't want to know what their full name is. It would also do so in the chat, but apparently not. So I have to look at that. Back from your trip to the Carpenters Guild? Let's see what you have in that box. This is by far the finest Minoa mask I've ever laid eyes upon. The Timber Master is truly outdone himself this time. In case he didn't mention, the mask is crafted from consecrated lumber rendered up by the Guardian Tree solely for use in this ceremony. In other words, it is priceless. Mother bids you handle it with care. And with that, your preparations are complete. The venue should just about be in order as well. If you have any questions, now's the time to ask them. And I leveled up. Now that you have the Minoa mask, all that's left is to participate in the ceremony. Perchance you're feeling nervous, but never fear. Despite all the pomp surrounding the role, there really is nothing to being emissary. All you're required to do is wear the mask, stand up straight, and look dignified. The more involved aspects of the proceedings will be handled by the others. Simple, no? The ceremony will be held at Miketo's amphitheater. When you're ready, make yourself known to the caretaker there, a woman named Estain. Oh, and be sure to wear your mask or she may not recognize you. Now, off with you. So, this next part is going to be a cutscene, and I'm just going to let it play. And, drink my water. I do have to put on the mask, as she said. I don't know if it's actually going to show. I'm curious. Let's see if this actually will appear on his face. Nope, it sure won't. Hide display. Oh, it actually will. Okay. That's good. We'll put it on because it's an important part of the whole routine. I'm going the wrong way. I have to go over here and to say hello to Estain. Ah, you must be the emissary. I see you've come prepared. That as well. I've been instructed to escort you to your place. Please follow me. Okay, and I'm sorry if my water bottle pops. The plastic will buckle and then unbuckle, and anyway.
Oh.
I want Ida and Papalymo. I said I wasn't going to talk. I lied. Meow. There's Kuplo Cup. Our Moogle friend.
輝きは一体。これはもしや光のクリスタル、もしや以前に母なるクリスタル、マザークリスタルに導かれたことが。そう、エーテル酔いに似た感覚を体験したことがあるのではありませんか。ハイデリーの意志に直接導かれるなんて。かつてこのエオルゼアには万神と戦った者たちがいました。その者たちはエオルゼア諸国がグランドカンパニーを設立するとその一員となり、ガレマール帝国とも戦ったのです。世界を救うためにエオルゼア同盟軍の一員として5年前のカルテノーの戦いにも参加していました。しかしカルテノーを最後にその英雄たちは姿を消したのです。残された人々は英雄が自分たちのために命を賭して戦ったことを覚えています。ですがその名を口に出そうとすると、日に焼けた書物を読み上げることができぬよう声に出すことができず、その顔を思い出そうとすると閃光の中にあるように輪郭が影に包まれてしまうのです。この不可思議な現象から人々は英雄たちのことを光の戦士、光の意志に導かれたあなたを見ていると、かつての英雄の話を思い出します。冒険者殿、そのクリスタルを大事になさることです。マザークリスタル、星の意志があなたに持たせた意味がきっとあるはず。あなたは一回の冒険者で終わらず、いずれは世界をも左右する存在になるかもしれない。なぜならあなたは超える力を持っているのですから。
Flashback time. These are the events she was talking about, the battle at Cartano. There's Dalamud, the false moon.
エオルゼアと帝国の戦いに異邦人の冒険者も力を貸してくれているのです。
どうされたカヌエス。
いいえ。
程度では魔法障壁は破られません。
一体あそこに何が。
ブラッドソーン隊、どうした？ 応答しろ。ドドッグ、ジャケスライダーか。こちらブルフォー、ラウバーンだ。無事か。
周囲を炎で囲まれ脱出不可能。あのでかいやつは一体何なんです。ああ、
どうしたマッドドッグ。
そうだね、キャプテン。ここもうダメだ。こらえきれねえ。
マッドドッグ、応答しろ。ジャックス、クロビストは返事をしろ。くそー、なんだというのだこれは。
バラクーダの連中にも連絡は通じないのか。
ダメです。リンクシェルが使い物にならんのです。
こちらはどうです。
リンクシェル通信に妨害が発生している模様。おそらくあの化け物の影響です。
更新を続けなさい。出るまで呼び続けるのです。
はっ。
メルウィブ提督、ラウバーン局長、限界でしょう。残った兵を再編して撤収を。
ルイズワ殿を見捨てるわけにはいかん。
勝敗は速さと速さが分かつのではないのですか。もはやこの戦いに勝者も敗者もありません。今は一人でも多くの仲間の命を助けるべきです。ルイゾワ様には我々がつきましょう。ですが利益を顧みず戦っている冒険者の隊だけでも。
国家団全軍に通達。現時点をもって全ての命令を無効とする。いいか、しんがりには本隊をつけろ。冒険者たち特殊陸戦隊を優先して逃がせ。
不滅隊にも撤退指示を出せ。何、リンクシェルが使えないだ。バカ野郎、足で回って伝えるんだよ。行け。
そう、これはもう戦いじゃない。衛星ダイヤの逃げし、黒き蛮神による虐殺だわ。暗くおぞましい気配。この状況でも強く感じるなんて。撤収しつつルイゾワ様の援護に回ります。各位用意を。
カズバハ、それにムーメオジドーヌツ、オガロアサワド、
Sorry.
イネアツ、ウィエキサクワタドベハ、ハジワツルドムス、シーズン2年、ジスダンジオンラブ、ライドザダイドーヌ。
look who's back in the land of the living. You mean to say you don't remember a thing? You collapsed in the middle of the ceremony, gave us all a good fright, so we carried you back here. I must say you're heavier than you look. You've hardly stopped of late. Your exertions must have caught up with you. But you adventurers are nothing if not resilient. Seeing as the worst is past, I shall take my leave and return to my duties. Oh, I almost forgot. The elder seed seer told me she'd like to see you when you felt well enough. The gentle soul was almost as worried about you as I was, bless her. When you're back on your feet, be sure and visit her at the lotus stand. Okay, I'm going to end the episode here. All that we saw was a flashback that was also a very large reference to the 1.0, the first part of the before it became known as Realm Reborn. I talked briefly about how we had to how they had to redesign the whole game basically. I'm gonna see. I know there's a couple of things I can put in here. Those are just glamour items, but yeah. So I will leave this episode here, and I'm going to link a video with the music. There's a song called Answers that has, it's like the rendered, it's a beautiful video of the end of days, basically, of the end of 1.0. I'll put in the one with the lyrics, but it's just, it always sends me into tears every time. But it also goes into the events of the Battle of Cartano, so you see all that. I think they used the video footage from one of the trailers. I just can't remember which one. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope this cut won't be too dreadful when I finally go through it. Hopefully the episode will come together a little bit more seamlessly than how I recorded it. But yeah, thanks, and I'll see you next time. Bye.